everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I've been getting a few requests to do another deeper dive video, so I figured I better get a crack-a-lackin' on it. So this time I'm going to do a deeper dive video on my volume indicator and my secondary confirmation indicator. And again, these deeper dive videos are different. They're not me actually showing trades, but a little bit more information about how to use the indicators themselves. So the first thing I want to focus on is my secondary indicator, which is the absolute strength histogram, and that is this right here. You notice that the way it is set up, it looks like a histogram. It has the different colors indicating the trend. And what's nice too is it's not only the color. For instance, when it's red, it's indicating a downtrend. When it's blue, it's indicating an uptrend. It also shows us kind of comparative strengths. So we can see that this uptrend was much stronger than this uptrend was. I don't use that too much, honestly, but it is a nice feature. So again, this is the absolute strength histogram, or ASH as I like to call it. So if we look at how this works, what you're doing is you're going along and you're looking for a change in color where those lines cross. So now we have a blue bar here. Okay, so that would indicate a potential trade. Of course, we do that one, and the first example I show you doesn't work, but that's okay. That's trading, right, guys? That's the life we live, but that's how you would use it. So let's continue on. So now we have a sign here for a trade, and that's another arrow. And if we do that, that also doesn't work. And you're thinking, well, what kind of tool is this, right? But I'm going to show you something in just a minute that's going to help. Let's just keep looking at how we would use the tool, though. So here we go along, and we have a change in color here. So that would be a buy, and that one would work. Okay, here we have a change in color. And this one is a sell, and that one works. No, it doesn't. Oh, it missed it. Okay, but let's keep going. Here we have a buy, and that one did work. Okay, so you're thinking, okay, this looks okay, but it's kind of hit or miss. So how do we know that this is a good indicator? Well, this is where we add our volume to it. If we add our volume indicator, that's going to help keep us out of some of those trades that just don't work. Now, it's not going to keep us out of all of them, because if we look at that first trade again, it's still not going to work. But let me tell you about the volume indicator. So this is the Wada-Atar explosion, or I like to call it the WAE, W-A-E. Because Wada-Atar explosion is a mouthful. Anyway, there are a lot of volume indicators out there, but I happen to like this one because I like the fact that it's very visual, and there's a lot of different parameters that you can set on it. And one of the first things that I do is I set up what's called a dead zone. A dead zone is anything below that we don't want to have anything to do with. We're not going to touch trades. And that this white line here is the dead zone for me. The other thing that is shown on this graph is the yellow line, and that is actually a moving average of the volume itself. So my rule is I'm not going to trade anything that is not above both. So this would be trading, no trading through here. This would be trading, no trading here. Okay, so you can see how that works. Now, granted, it's not always going to be perfect, but it does help keep us out of a few of those trades that may not have worked before. So let's go back to this one. Okay, so this is where our color changed. And if we look down, we can see we definitely had volume there. So we would have taken that trade and it would have been fine. So now this one is still not going to work, but look at this. If we follow this one down, look at that, there was no volume there. So that would have kept us out of this trade, even though we got a signal on our ash. We weren't going to take any of those trades because the volume wasn't there. Okay, so in this case, we got our signal here from ash. We still didn't quite have that volume. Okay, so we wait until here. And that's the candle then. We still have our ash and we have the volume. And we do that and it works. Okay, so that's good. That's how you match up your ash signal with your volume. So here's our next ash signal here. This is telling us to sell. But if you notice, we don't have the volume, so we're not going to sell there. Now here's a gotcha one again, but you know, that's trading, right? Here we had a change in our color and we had volume to support it. Just didn't have the strength to keep going, and that was a really big candle too. So sometimes you want to be aware of that and stay away from them. Okay, again, we had our change in color here, but no volume to support it. So that's how you couple the two together to try to enhance your ability to find just those trades that are really going to be winners, or at least up your percentage. So we can make this even better. What happens when we throw our super trend into the mix? Okay, so this is my C1, my confirmation indicator that we went over in the last deeper dive video. But now you can start to see how these all three work together. So let's look at our trades again. Okay, so here we have our blue, our volume. Okay, now in this case, we didn't get it till there, and that didn't work. So our super trend was not our friend in that case, because we would have gotten better there. However, if you notice, here where our ash turned red, our volume was low, we know that we're going to stay away from that because we're not going to take any sells when our super trend is green. Okay, so our next one that lined up was this one again. Okay, so we had our ash change color here, but we didn't have our volume until here, and it all worked out because that was green and that one worked. So again, here our ash changed color, but let's just say for sake of argument that we had this and we did have that volume. Maybe that volume did get up there, but we're not going to take it because again, our super trend is green. So you can see how you start to layer these things together, and it helps you to pick your trades much more easily. So here's a situation. Now, if you just looked at this, this would look like this price was pretty well just going even. When you just by eyeballing it, it looks like this price is going even. But look what happens. Our super trend changes, our ash changes, and we have volume. Wow, that's a really good sign. That's the kind of trades that you want to jump on. So if you were to take that trade, definitely would have worked for you. So there you have it. There is a deeper dive on, again, this is absolute strength histogram. This is the Wada Atar explosion, and as we went through in the previous video, this is the super trend. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know. And I think the next deeper dive video I will go into are the exit indicators that I use. Just a little teaser there. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll talk with you soon.